going on, y'all? It is Jacob, and it's been a minute. It's been a hot minute. So this is basically just going to be the final Build Focus ST update on the car, and it's going to be around 12,000 miles on the build. And I'm driving the car obviously right now. It's doing great. Once I got all the little kinks worked out with the car, I haven't had any issues. Man, why are you going so slow? But we're gonna take it for a drive. I'll talk about it a little bit. I'll go through maintenance that's been done on the car, reliability, that sort of thing. Probably too hot to be doing that right now, but I mean the car, like, I'm telling you, 12,000 mile review right now. The car has not given me any issues after the initial break-in. I forgot to plug a couple things in / make sure hoses were secured, whatever. Figured those things out. Had the fuel issue. That was just a wiring issue that I guess I pinched a wire while installing the motor. Something happened. We got it sorted out. Since then, we have not had one issue with the car. It's probably been, I don't know, probably 7,000 miles on E50, making 30 plus pounds of boost, and it's been great. And yeah, it's hot out today. It's 93 degrees outside. We're still cooling down from sitting in the parking lot, so we're still 100 degrees charge temps. But no issues with the car. Never gets hot. It's never overheated. It doesn't seem to burn oil at all. There are a couple things when it's on cold starts, it's a little chattery. The motor's a little chattery. I'm just assuming that's maybe the pistons clicking around a little bit, and obviously the direct injection is so freaking loud that you can't really hear anything else unless you're like really listening for it. I'm gonna go and park somewhere. We'll go over the car a little bit, talk about it, and I'll explain something to you that you probably aren't going to like. Alright. Got 98 degree charge temps. Going 60 miles an hour. So you get the idea. This thing just doesn't skip a beat. So far, it has not skipped a beat at all. Yeah, it's hot out. It pulls some timing. Like, yeah, it feels like any high boost car would. It feels slouchy when it's warm. Overtaken said truck. Here she is, 12,000 miles later after the build, and the car's doing great. Like I said, I have not babied this thing. At all. But I've been enjoying it, which is kind of why I hadn't posted in a minute, because I've just been enjoying the car. I've been busy. I don't just sit around and like make YouTube videos. I've been busy. But I wanted to give y'all
kind of like a final update on the car, because I have put some miles on it. I worked out all the little kinks, and I was curious as well. Like, is it going to be reliable, you know, 10, 15,000 miles later after the build? And I haven't had any issues with it whatsoever. I drive it in the heat, drive it with it, you know, with the AC on. I get on it in the heat. It doesn't miss a beat. It doesn't run hot, doesn't overheat. I don't have to stop and let it cool down or whatever. And it is still stock radiator. I don't have an oil cooler or anything in it, so I'm sure if I were to do longer mountain runs in the heat or do track days or something like that, I'm sure I would have heat issues. But I just, you know, I drive it around nice and easy and just do pulls here and there. I wanted to show y'all my official maintenance record, which I'm sure some of you have something that looks like this, you know, for that warranty work. But there we go, 126,000 miles, build complete, and it's just been oil change. One thing, 131,000 miles. We did have to gap the plugs down. At 32 pounds of boost, it started breaking up pretty bad. It was just blowing the spark out, so we actually gapped it down to, I believe, 0.023. I think it's 0.023, some 23, we'll just say 23, opposed to the recommended 26 on an upgraded EcoBoost setup. And other than that, like you saw earlier, this thing's doing fine, man. So what I was wanting to tell y'all that you might not be happy about, and which is part of the reason why I haven't had it on a dyno, is we actually turned the power down on it probably about a month ago. Turned the power down because we were tuning it, getting up there, 32, 33 pounds on the 25/660, and I just couldn't get it to hook in third. Even if it was in the middle of the day, 60, 70 degrees, tires were warm, it just kept breaking loose in third. And I really didn't want that with this setup. I know I could change the wheel and tire setup on the front and go like drag whatever on it, but I wanted something that I could drive every day if I wanted to. I can hit the twisty turnies, have a good time, and not really worry about the wheel and tire setup. So we turned it down. It's probably making 530-ish, a little less, and it hooks in third 90% of the time now, which I really enjoy. But down the road, if I decide to, which I've actually been trying to get on a dyno at a shop in Georgia and max this out to its fullest potential and maybe put a 75 shot on it. If I end up doing that later on this year or next year, I'll absolutely let you guys know. But I'm just really happy where it's at. It hasn't missed a beat. It hooks in third and books it. It's a quick car, and I haven't had any issues with it. And for the power level, the motors, it should be pretty well overbuilt. So I'm hoping it'll be reliable for years to come. But let me know. 12K mile review on the car. And I wish I could say, oh, I've had all these issues and here's how to fix it. I haven't had any issues with it. I haven't had any issues with the car. And I would recommend for y'all, if you're planning on doing a similar build, I'm definitely a big fan of overbuilt underpower. So yes, we're not initially, whenever I spent the money to build the car, I was hoping for that 600 wheel, and then we quickly figured out that the 25/660 is not going to make 600. At its max, probably 560, 570. And then I figured out that I couldn't hook in third, so we turned it down a little bit. I really like where the car is at right now, and I think I'm going to leave it there. Let me know if y'all have any questions though. As far as more content on the car, I don't know. I mean, I've actually been poking around on the interwebs, looking at Audi TT-RSs, the newer ones with the dual clutch automatics and everything. So let me, if any of y'all own one of those, let me know. Let me know how those are. Let me know if, I know they're expensive, I know they're pricey, but honestly, I don't think I've ever seen one. Maybe one in Atlanta somewhere. They're rare. I think they're beautiful cars, and 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds sounds pretty cool, which is something you're not gonna do with a front wheel drive car. But I don't plan on selling this car. I love it. I want to keep it. I want to keep driving it, keep ripping it, and I'll make more content on it if anything comes up. I'm not trying to become a Mexico channel. Look at the Focus ST versus Lamborghini, like you know. I'm not. I like my job and not being in jail, so we'll try to keep that to a minimum. But here she is. Y'all take care. Final built Focus ST update video 12,000 miles later. So thanks for watching. Until next time, peace out.